Does it feel like you have finally met the one? He seems to understand you in a way no one ever has, finishing your sentences, showering you with attention like a romantic film. The compliments are endless, the gifts are extravagant. He professes his undying love within weeks or even days. This whirlwind of affection can be intoxicating, making you feel like the center of the universe. It can sweep anyone off their feet, making it seem too good to be true. Pause and ask a vital question. Is this genuine or a meticulously crafted illusion? When that intense adoration is used to gain power over you, it has a name: love bombing. This is not deep, authentic love, but a strategy often used by controlling or narcissistic people. The goal: make you emotionally dependent, lower your defenses, and secure commitment before you can assess them. This is your guide, a calm voice amid the storm. We'll dissect the phenomenon, move past surface romance to expose mechanics of control, understand the signs and patterns, and empower yourself to tell healthy connection from manipulation. The purpose isn't to make you fearful, but to give tools to protect your emotional well-being and demand mutual respect. It's hard to accept that something wonderful can foreshadow pain. The love bomber crafts a fantasy, and questioning it can feel like betrayal. At its core, love bombing is a form of psychological manipulation. It's characterized by an overwhelming display of affection, attention, grand gestures, right at the beginning of a relationship. It is a concerted effort to quickly win over an individual's affection and trust. The practitioner of this tactic, often a person with narcissistic traits or an abuser, seeks to create a state of dependency and obligation in their target. They create an intense, all-consuming environment where the recipient feels so special, so seen, so adored, that they become emotionally indebted. This initial phase is not about building a genuine connection. It is about establishing a foothold of control that can be leveraged later in the relationship. The process can be broken down into a predictable cycle. The first stage is the intense idealization, which is the love bombing itself. During this period, the controller showers their target with praise gifts, constant communication, making them feel like the most important person in the world. They mirror the target's interests, values, dreams to create a powerful illusion of being soulmates. This phase is intentionally designed to be disorienting and addictive. The sheer volume and speed of the affection overwhelm the target's rational judgment. One of the most telling and undeniable signs of love bombing is the incredibly accelerated pace of the relationship. In a healthy partnership, emotional intimacy and commitment are built gradually, brick by brick, through shared experiences, mutual vulnerability, consistent, trustworthy behavior over a significant period. However, the love bomber completely bypasses this natural progression. They will often declare profound, life-altering feelings like "I love you" within the first few days or weeks of knowing you. They may speak of you as their soulmate or the one they have been searching for their entire life, creating an atmosphere of fated, epic romance that feels impossible to question or resist. This rush to define the relationship and declare deep love is not a sign of emotional maturity or genuine certainty. It is a strategic move designed to lock you in. By fast-tracking the emotional milestones of a relationship, the controller aims to create a sense of obligation and commitment before you have had a chance to truly know them. They understand that a declaration of love is a powerful tool. It makes it much harder for you to pull away, set boundaries, or question their behavior later on. When someone claims to love you so deeply and so quickly, any attempt on your part to slow things down can be easily framed as you being fearful, damaged, or unappreciative of the special connection they are offering. The love bomber will push for significant life decisions to be made at a startling speed. They may begin talking about moving in together, getting married, having children after only a month or two of dating. Another hallmark of the love bomber is the sheer volume of attention, which quickly crosses the line from flattering to suffocating. In the early stages, this shows up as constant communication, texts from morning to night wanting to know every detail of your day, multiple calls a day expecting immediate responses, and becoming anxious or accusatory if you are unavailable. It can seem like passion, but it's monitoring and control. It sets the precedent. They're entitled to your time. This flood of attention often comes with a deluge of gifts: Not small, thoughtful tokens, but extravagant, expensive, disproportionate gestures, lavish jewelry, a surprise weekend getaway, paying off a small debt for you, framed as selfless but serving an insidious purpose, designed to create obligation and indebtedness. The unspoken message, you owe me your loyalty, you owe me your commitment, you owe me your compliance. They pose as a generous provider, a savior, especially effective if you're struggling financially, or if you're feeling lonely. The love bomber exploits that, making you dependent. Later, if you assert a boundary or express a dissenting opinion, they can weaponize gifts. After everything I've done for you, their generosity becomes emotional blackmail. Genuine affection feels warm and freeing. Love bombing feels intense and claustrophobic. One of the most dangerous and methodical tactics employed by a love bomber is the gradual isolation of their target from their existing support system. This process is rarely overt or aggressive at first. Instead, it is a subtle campaign waged through careful manipulation and emotional appeals. The controller understands that your friends and family are your anchors to reality. They have known you the longest, they can provide objective feedback, and they are most likely to notice red flags and express concern. To gain complete control, the love bomber will sever or weaken those crucial connections. Your friend Sarah seems a bit jealous of our connection. I don't think your family really understands me or what we have. They may say your loved ones are holding you back, or that they don't have your best interests at heart. They may monopolize your free time with grand plans and intense demands for attention, leaving you little time or energy for others. They might create drama right before you meet a friend or visit family so you're too distraught to go. They may give you ultimatums like, it's either me or them. The goal is to make themselves the center of your universe, your sole source of love, validation, and social interaction. When isolated, you become more vulnerable, more dependent on them for your sense of self-worth, and less likely to hear dissenting opinions. Protecting your social connections is non-negotiable for your emotional health and safety. Make a conscious effort to maintain relationships outside your romantic partnership. If a partner criticizes your friends and family or makes you feel guilty for spending time with them, recognize this not as love, but as a sign of their need for control. A healthy partner will encourage and respect your other relationships, understanding they make you who you are. A central element of the love bombing dynamic is the controller's insatiable need to be the absolute center of your world. This goes beyond simply wanting your attention. It is a demand for your complete emotional devotion, psychological devotion, sometimes even spiritual devotion. They present themselves as the only person who can truly understand you, love you, or meet your needs. No one will ever love you the way I do. You're lost without me. These statements chip away at your self-esteem and create a deep fear of being alone. Resisting this demand for total devotion is critical. Perhaps the most confusing and emotionally damaging aspect of the love bombing cycle is the abrupt and unpredictable switch from intense idealization to cold, cutting devaluation. For weeks or months, you have been placed on a pedestal, told you are perfect, flawless, the answer to all their dreams. Then, seemingly overnight or after a minor perceived infraction, the mask slips. The adoring partner is replaced by someone who is critical, dismissive, emotionally distant. This sudden shift is disorienting and a key mechanism for maintaining control. It may start with subtle jibes or backhanded compliments. You look nice today. It's a shame you don't make that effort more often. Soon it escalates to overt criticism of your personality, intelligence, appearance, choices. The things they once adored are now labeled as flaws. Hot and cold behavior creates a trauma bond. Intermittent reinforcement of the good times keeps you hooked. You find yourself walking on eggshells, trying to get back the person you first fell for. You start to blame yourself, thinking if you were better, more loving, more compliant. This switch is not your fault. It's a predictable part of the abusive cycle. The perfect person was an illusion, a role to ensnare you. The critical, devaluing person is their truer face, A healthy partner doesn't build you up only to tear you down. They stay consistent in kindness and respect, even during disagreements. Recognizing that you are the target of love bombing is a painful but empowering realization. The moment you see the pattern, you can begin to take small, deliberate steps to reclaim your space and your autonomy. The first and most important action is to pause and slow everything down. You do not owe anyone an immediate response, a quick decision, constant access to your time. Give yourself permission to take a step back and observe. Resist pressure to make major life changes or commitments. Begin to consciously reconnect with your support system. Reach out to trusted friends and family. Be honest about what has been happening and how you feel. Simply state the facts. He said he loved me in a week, and now he gets angry when I want to see you. Setting and enforcing firm boundaries is non-negotiable. I will not be checking my phone after 10 p.m. I am going out with my friends on Friday, and I am not going to cancel. When they push back with guilt, anger, or sadness, hold firm. Prioritize your safety. Document manipulation, abuse, and control. Create a safety plan and reach out to professionals if needed. The allure of the love bomber is powerful. It preys on one of the most fundamental human desires, to be seen cherished, loved unconditionally. The initial fantasy they create can feel like a dream come true, a welcome respite from complexity. However, a love that begins with an overwhelming, unsustainable fantasy is destined to collapse into a painful reality of control manipulation, emotional turmoil. You deserve more than a fleeting performance of affection. You deserve a love that is real, consistent, grounded in mutual respect, not in power, dominance. True, healthy love does not rush. It does not demand, isolate, punish. It does not put you on a pedestal only to knock you down. Authentic love is patient and steady. It is built through shared moments, kindness shown consistently, and respect for your autonomy. It makes you feel safe, calm, more like yourself. A caring partner will celebrate your strengths, support you through weaknesses, and encourage your outside connections. They won't try to be your everything, but a healthy, supportive part of your life. If these signs resonate, trust your feelings. It's not that you're ungrateful or flawed. It's that something is wrong in the relationship dynamic. Choose your peace over their manufactured chaos, your reality over their constructed illusion. There is no shame in being swept up. Love bombers are skilled. Their tactics can disarm anyone. The important thing is what you do now. Take small, deliberate steps to protect yourself. Slow down, reach out to your support system, set firm boundaries, seek professional help if needed. You have the right to feel secure, respected, and free. You are not alone. You have the strength to move forward toward a future where love is genuine peace, not a tool of control. Visual. Planting a seedling, reclaiming your life. Spot the pattern, rushing milestones, overwhelming gifts and contact, isolating tactics, the hot-cold switch. Use your tools, slow down, set limits, reconnect, get help. Healthy love feels steady, spacious, and real. Trust your intuition, choose your peace. You deserve a love grounded in reality. If you need support, reach out to local resources, a therapist, or a domestic violence hotline in your region.